Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. We are so pleased to be joined today by Sherilyn Stevenson, the House Representative of the 88th District, which just happens to be my district. So I'm a constituent, so I definitely want to hear what you have to say today. But first of all, welcome.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
How's it been going? I mean, you're a newbie at this.
I am. I was new last year. I was elected in 2018. Starting this session has been more comfortable. After last session, we all kind of have our feet under us, so there's still a lot to do. We're still super busy, and we're still, a lot of us, trying to learn to manage that. This is our first budget season, so that's a little new for all of us, but it's been really great.
Governor Beshear has really made a point of saying something he wants to do is bring civility back.
Yes.
Have you noticed a different tone so far this year?
I think so. I think everybody seems to be a little more upbeat. I think folks really are trying to be more diligent about reaching across the aisle and just being nicer to each other in general. So I do think it's breaking through a little bit.
Listen, there's always going to be disagreements.
Right.
I mean, there's different political opinions.
Right.
But I feel like we came from a place of such hostility.
We did, and I think it's just really a good reminder for us to all try to start with a clean slate. You know, every single day we wake up with a chance to do better and to do things differently than have been done in the past. And I think it's a great chance for all of us to learn to lead with our commonalities instead of our differences.
So one of the things you are championing is you have pre-filed a bill to, and help me understand it a little bit, to kind of make sure that if you start a job and insurance is part of that package, health insurance, that starts day one and not day 60 or 90.
Right, correct. So we are hoping that we can possibly end employer-induced waiting periods. We hope that folks can start to get insurance and we stop folks from having an insurance gap. You know, last year, unfortunately, my husband and I both had started new jobs. We were in an insurance gap, and he had a pulmonary embolism and was in the hospital in ICU for several days. So we got caught in that insurance gap, and so I'm hoping that I can stop that for other families. Things like that can happen and just be absolute financial ruin for families.
Right, and I know so many people who have elected to not get COBRA insurance.
Correct.
Because that is so expensive.
It's very expensive.
That they're willing to chance it, say, hey, I'm generally healthy, so I can wait a few weeks, couple months, whatever it is.
Yes, absolutely. I also filed a surprise medical billing bill that the governor actually mentioned in the state of the Commonwealth on Tuesday. He's really throwing his support behind that. So when folks get hit with a surprise medical bill, if there's an emergency, they go to the hospital and they happen to be treated by an out-of-network provider at an in-network hospital, that they don't all of a sudden get in their mailbox one day and open up this huge medical bill that they weren't expecting.
All right, want to get to the budget because that's what's that's
what we're there to do this year.
Yeah. So where do you see that? I know education is a huge part of it.
Yes.
$2,000 salary increases for teachers has been a big talking point for Governor Beshear.
Yes.
Do you see that at the end of the day being something that is still going to go through?
You know, I don't know if it's really going to be. We know that he is calling his budget the Education First budget. So I expect when we get a look at that on Tuesday the 28th for the first time when he presents it, that it's going to be a huge portion. I think that there will be money for textbooks and professional development for teachers that has not been in this current budget. So I think that those numbers are going to look a lot different. How they settle out, you know, I'm just not sure, but I know that that's something that's a priority for me and for several of my colleagues as well. So we're going to fight for it.
You definitely need revenue stream to,
we absolutely do.
To keep up with all of that.
Yes.
Sports betting seemed to be like on the fast track. Now I feel like it's maybe hit a little bump in the road.
Maybe it has. You know, it passed out of committee this week completely unanimously. We are hoping that that passes this year. We do expect it maybe to slow down a little bit over in the Senate. The number of constituent emails that I personally am getting encouraging me to vote for this bill is really overwhelming. So I think that the appetite is absolutely there for it out in the public.
How many constituents reach out to you? I don't need a number, but has it surprised you? Do you feel like there's enough interaction with with
You
people?
know, there's a lot, but I would love to see more. You know, we have a legislative message line that people can call in, and they talk to the nicest little old ladies in the world that are in this room in the basement of the annex, and they'll take your call. You can leave messages for your legislators. You can leave messages for all of us, for folks in specific committees. So that's a really good way to let us know. I probably average around 600 calls a week, and sometimes I'm getting anywhere between 350 and 400 emails a day. But that's great. I want to know what my constituents think. I am there as their voice. I'm not there to do what I want to do. I'm there to do what they want me to do.
Well, I encourage people to do it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sherilyn,
Thank
for
you.
being here. 88th District Representative. This is going to be a long session, I feel like, but a good one.
Yes,
really
thank
good
you
one.
so much.
Thanks for being here. More Hey Kentucky right after this.